We're back.
Episode 6, and we got Muckey on the show.
Hey. Yeah. Muckey, our first guest in the new studio. Yeah. Second guest in general, old Ryan Thompson. He's not here today, but we got someone even better. Muckey, a.k.a. Mikhail. Introduce yourself, Muck.
Hey, my name is Muckey. I've been friends with Cody for a while now since we were little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I met Ethan like last year. Ordered some Dairy Queen with him. It was a fun time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
The chicken.
Muckey's your big Vegas fan, so we're going to talk about Vegas later on in the show. But
oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot to say. I feel like there's a lot in the entire sports world that
kind of just upside down.
Yes, there is.
There's a lot of disappointing teams, which I posed a question in our little cheat sheet on who the most disappointing team is. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about that. There's a bunch of teams to pick from. I know I got a few picks. Last night really changed my opinion. 7-1, Leafs loss. We'll get to it, though. We also have the World Series to preview.
Yeah.
Finally. I'm glad that Atlanta won last night, so we don't have to wait till next week to talk about it.
I'll at least be watching now. I like Atlanta.
Noah, Ronald Acuna, and they still make it. Muckey doesn't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, I don't. I used to like baseball a little bit, and then I kind of just fell off the wagon.
We used to watch the Blue Jays a little bit.
Yeah.
And
who knows? Maybe we'll get a baseball specialist guest. We don't know who that would be, but we'll figure it out.
We'll find one.
NBA season also started, and then we got a fun game to play with Muckey.
Oh, yeah.
What?
We didn't tell him.
We didn't tell him. Oh, no.
A fun game quiz with Muck.
Oh, God. I'm scared.
Welcome, Muckey, to the pod. His first episode. I'm sure we'll have him again in the future, but welcome. We're really happy to have you on Misyk And Maat Sports Talk.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, but me and Cody went to an absolute blowout of an Oil Kings game on Friday.
It was awesome. Against the Wheat Kings, and the Oil Kings demolish them 9-2.
2 shorthanded goals, 5 goals there was a point in time where the Oil Kings had 5 goals and the Wheat Kings had, I think, 4 shots.
Yeah, it was the first period. It was 5-0 at the end of the first.
Cody, what do you want to say about Ridley Gregg?
I was really hyped to see him play, and then guy was kind of a bum.
Yeah, caught coasting.
He was coasting out there all night, had one terrible breakaway.
Got to get some back check. That's not captain. Come on. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I think I want to start with hockey.
Yeah.
We usually start with the biggest story, and I guess the World Series is the biggest story. Mm-hmm. But I don't like having our guest as Muckey, who's mainly in hockey. I think we're going to stick more to hockey this ep.
Yeah,
Plus
probably.
a World Series preview. What are we going to talk about? We're Braves versus Astros, cool.
Yeah.
The series hasn't started yet. We'll obviously touch on it, but hockey.
Fun.
What's going on?
Vander Kane suspended 21 games, I believe.
Yeah, 21 games. What do you think about that? Actually, let's explain this. Muckey, do you know what happened?
Yeah, didn't he fake his COVID card or something?
When he came to training camp, everyone has to have their proof of vaccination, and he gave the Sharks a fake vaccination passport, and then they caught him in that, and that's already shitty to do.
Yeah.
But then you got to think about it that's also super dangerous for his other teammates.
Yeah.
Because to have your vaccine passport, it really lifts a lot of the restrictions for these vaccinated guys, and he's running around unvaccinated with all these vaccinated guys, putting himself and others in danger. Just stupid.
I really wonder when this story's gonna end.
It feels like
just keeps going on and on.
It feels like the Evander Kane story never ends.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened with him in Winnipeg with the tracksuits?
No, actually.
I don't know the full story. I'm pretty sure Winnipeg Jets had a team meeting, and it was a team meeting, maybe a pregame thing, but you have to show up in your suits.
Yeah.
And everyone shows up in their suits, and then Evander Kane showed up in a tracksuit instead. And they got to a point where the Jets got so sick of him that Dustin Byfuglien, Big Buff, just chucked all his tracksuits in a shower and turned on the water.
That's
And
awesome.
later that year, that's when he got traded to Buffalo.
There's that picture of Byfuglien walking by Kane flipping him off.
There's a lot with Evander Kane. Like, Muckey, a big Vegas fan. Like, when Evander Kane, a long time ago, he went to Vegas and he took those pictures of him with the money phone.
Yeah.
And, like, just, like, stupid stuff seemed to always follow Evander Kane. And it's like, when is this going to end?
Yep.
Like, great player for fantasy.
Yeah.
I love Evander
Lots of
Kane in fantasy.
pims.
Lots of pims, goals, points. Not a great dude. Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm done defending Evander Kane.
Well, I think as soon as you break like the COVID rules like that,
Like,
it immediately lost all respect for that man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you got to think about it like the money phone thing. Like, that's like childish and like irresponsible and shit like that. But like, that doesn't put people in danger.
Yeah. And like, COVID's been going on for how long now? Like, you should know better.
Honestly, and like at 21 games probably isn't enough.
No, it's not. It's like a slap on the wrist.
It feels like the NHL should be sick with him, but it doesn't feel like they are. Like, he's probably going to play later this year.
Probably.
Yep.
If I don't know, there was a report that came out that Tyler Bertuzzi was the only NHLer set to be unvaccinated.
Yeah.
Everyone else got their vaccine, so maybe he did get it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that doesn't excuse
What he did.
Yeah, like he put others in danger for being stupid,
Yeah.
selfish and stupid. I hate it.
Well, and didn't the Sharks, they like posted something on their Instagram or something of like goal leaders or something, and even though it was Evander Kane, they just left him out.
Oh
of it.
yeah,
I saw something about that on the bar down. Instagram.
Yeah, they like
I didn't see that,
removed
but
they had Hurdle instead of him.
Yeah.
It's clear that his teammates are sick of him.
Well, I would be too.
Yeah, I think some Sharks like players have said that like they don't even want to play if Kane's in the lineup.
I wish I knew who it was, but there definitely has been players who've like, I'm not playing if he's on the team.
Yeah.
Like, I love personality and I love like flashiness, but like, this isn't that.
No, definitely not.
He's just being an idiot.
Yeah, like if you look at baseball, like I know me and Cody love Tim Anderson on the White Sox because he's electric. He shows a lot of personality, but like Evander Kane, this might be personality, but it's like
It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
it's like, how old is Evander Kane?
He's, I don't know, he's got to be in his 30s.
Yeah.
Or he, like,
He's 30
young
years
30s.
old.
Yeah, okay.
And like, you got to think about it. He's making $6 million guaranteed. That's like generational money.
Yeah.
Like, that's over his career. He's obviously, I don't know how much he's made over his career, but you get guaranteed contracts in the NHL, and him being stupid is costing not only him, but like generations on generations of his family money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just stupid. Like, I hate to say it, but like, I'm kind of done with this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm a Vegas fan, so any Sharks player I don't like. But
Yeah, Muckey doesn't like the
I
Sharks.
don't like the Sharks, but that's because they broke my heart.
Were you watching that game when that happened?
I was at my friend Jonah's house. We were watching the game, and then suddenly the penalty happened or whatever, and I was like, "That's stupid" or whatever. And then they scored 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, "That's so stupid." And then they tied it. I think it was John Marchessault. I think he tied it up, and I was like, "That's awesome." And then my mom texted me and it's like, "You have to come home soon." And I was like, "Oh man, I wanted to watch overtime."
And then Barclay.
Yeah,
Barkley.
I didn't even see the goal. My friend just texted me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they just scored." He was like, "A nice breakaway," and Fleury dove for it, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
That's why I don't watch games with you guys when the Leafs are playing. Because if that happened, I would embarrass myself on how mad I would be.
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
was
my
upset.
basement. I'm in my basement like, fuck.
I was like curse. I think it was Cody Eakin who got that penalty. He was like cursing. I was like, trade him, get rid of him.
Literally, every time Cody's like, "Do you want to watch a Leaf game?" I say no, and every time he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Why don't you ever want to watch the Leaf games with me?" There's a reason.
I think
It's
that day
embarrassing.
I went onto like my NHL whatever, like my video game, whichever year it was, And then I just went and I found Cody Eakin. I scratched him because I was mad at him.
I used to do stuff like that. In, like,
I was just mad.
In like old shells, like when I was, because my first NHL was NHL 14 on the PS3, and like how old would I would have been in elementary? I would have been in grade 4 or 5, I think.
I think grade 4, because I think I had NHL 13 in grade 3.
Yeah, so I would have been grade 4 or 5, and I remember. Whenever I'd play a game and my goalie would be shit, I'm like, I'm trading right now. And like I would have like a really good goalie and I'd trade his ass because he had a bad game because I'd be pissed.
Jeez.
I used to like take Chell too seriously when I was younger, and I'd be like, "You're fucking done, buddy."
Well, same. Me and Hoop used to have big arguments over Chell, but now I don't play as
Ryan
much.
Thompson, our first guest ever. As he describes it, he's like, NHL almost ruined mine and Cody's relationship.
No, literally, we'd have huge arguments over Chell.
Did you guys play last night?
No.
I played whom?
We had an NHL tournament at Muckey's house yesterday, and I beat Muckey this morning 7-5.
Yeah.
So take that.
If I was going the other way, though, I might have beat you.
Yeah, Muckey's blaming it on him having to go down 2 times, which I don't. Going down is hard. Actually, I went down 2 times against Michael.
Because my goalie was Peter Mrazek. Like,
oh, come on. Man. No, but big Chell tournament.
it was fun.
I don't know who won. We didn't really keep track.
I was just going to say, I only played like 2 full games and then half of one. And I beat Eve in overtime.
I played 2 games, I think. No, 3 games. I played you, and you beat me rightfully or wrongfully. And then I beat Muckey and Michael.
I beat him.
Cody beat me, but the game is kind of mucked.
Okay, well, to be fair, the same thing happened to me that happened to you.
But that didn't cost you the win. If that goalie interference in NHL 22 is so weird.
It's really sensitive.
It's really sensitive, and you'll get a penalty for anything. And I lost in overtime. If my goal would have counted, that's a win for Ethan. And Cody scored on that power play immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Literally off the draw.
It's like, you got to tie him up. You tie it up, Eve. You got this.
Yeah, you left Huberto wide open.
Oh, I got a man down, though. You got to give me a break. No, but Evander Kane.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should wrap Evander Kane.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. At this point,
Just
it's just like, I'm done with this dude.
Yeah.
If he plays again, is it for the Sharks?
I don't know who it would be for.
Yeah. Like if I were in like a GM shoes, yeah, okay, he's a talented player, but what's he gonna do to the locker room, right?
There's a lot of teams that don't care about that.
I was just gonna say the NHL is a business.
Yeah,
I guess. You watch Tony DeAngelo, who's
literally
been racist, he got in trouble for being racist in junior.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that
when he was on the Sarnia Sting.
I think I remember that.
And I don't know if you've seen the interview with his dad, but his dad's like, he just grew up hearing that.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
I can't confirm that that's like what he did in New York, but obviously his teammates didn't like him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not a great guy, and he's still got a job.
Yeah.
I think Evander Kane will play. It's just I don't know where.
Because it's like maybe if his contract wasn't so heavy.
I think his contract's going to be terminated.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know who those players are who are saying they wouldn't play with Kane, but if it's someone like Brent Burns or Erik Karlsson, you want those guys on your team.
Those are the guys you build around.
The one guy who did speak up was I think it's Mario Ferraro or whatever, but he's like, Evander's my teammate, so as long as he's there, I'll play with him. And I was like, wow.
I think you gotta say that though. I don't think you can. I feel like a lot of players won't openly put their name on the stamp of fuck this guy. I think players will.
Well, yeah, then I just wouldn't say anything then.
That's probably what's best, but I think a lot of players would be like, if he's on the team, I'll play. But I feel like if they were left anonymous, then they would be like, yeah, screw this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all. Do you guys have any closing thoughts on that, or?
Not
Not
really.
really, I
Covered
just-
most of it.
Don't like them.
Good. There's not much more to say. Like
No.
we'll see in 21 games, I guess, if he's playing. I
Yeah.
wonder if he's counted under the list of players that got vaccinated because I think he's might be listed as a non-roster player right now,
Yeah.
but only Tyler Bertuzzi, the only one. Even Mackenzie Blackwood got it, which is good.
Yeah.
Because he's a really good goalie. The NHL is shifting in its ways. Dress code. Arizona Coyotes and Toronto Maple Leafs have a relaxed dress code. What do you guys think?
Well, like,
This kind of broke right after we finished recording last episode. Like, I remember I saved the file and Cody's like, oh, the Leafs relaxed it. And I was like,
the fact that Toronto's doing it kind of surprised me just because of how, like, big Toronto is.
Yeah.
And
you know
stuff
what
like-
it is now? It suits to business casual. Oh.
Oh.
It's not really relaxed. They're
Yeah, I
like, you
guess.
still got to wear a
Like, to be fair,
suit
like,
jacket.
like NHL, like, they're still going to dress, like, somewhat nice.
Yeah.
Like, they have lots of money.
Okay, but John Tavares wore an untucked shirt.
Oh, my Lord. But it's not like they're showing up in, like, baggy sweats and, like, flip-flops, you know?
I think this wearing suits is stupid. And I think you should be able to wear whatever you want to the game.
I
That's what
agree
I
with
think.
you, but from a point where it's like if you think about it, it's supposed to be like a show, right? It's not. It's a sport and stuff. It's something that people are watching. You want it to be something that could dress well. Like if you're going out to a show or something like that, you dress well for it, stuff like that.
I feel like the entertainment aspect. Have you seen NBA walk-ins?
Mm-hmm.
They'll film all the players walking in with their whatever they want to wear.
Yeah.
It's always different. It's always fancy. It's
Yeah.
always nice. And I feel like having a relaxed dress code gives an opportunity for players to make money because players, you can accept like a sponsorship from someplace and
Yeah.
I'll wear your hat coming into the building and they'll film it. That gives, I don't think the NHL wants that because that's money that doesn't go to the NHL. That's money
Yeah.
that goes to the
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
That's more of something the NHLPA would want. Like, of course, the Players Association want the players to make money.
Yeah.
But like, I'm of the opinion of wear whatever you want. I may like if you want to wear a suit, go for it. I think it's mainly stupid when kids have to wear suits to hockey games.
Oh, yeah, that's what I had to do. I hated wearing suits.
Like
I-
me, you go, you finish.
I understand the NHLers, obviously, because they're professionals and they've got cameras on them and stuff. But, like, when I'd have to wear suits to my games, like, come on.
The Oil Kings game on Friday that me and Cody went to, the few rows in front of us was just it was a hockey, like a children's hockey team.
Yeah.
And like half the kids were in suits.
Yeah, like, honest
Okay, yeah,
to
that
God.
that's stupid because
I'm like, you're at, like, I get it if you came right from the game, but like, why are we making these kids wear suits?
Yeah, that's pointless.
I also heard on Hockey Night in Canada last night on Sportsnet, they were talking about relaxed dress code, and former NHLer Kelly Rudy made the point of some families just don't have the money to wear suits. And I thought to myself, people who don't have money can't play hockey. Because
Yeah.
hockey's
Yeah.
really...
Hockey's a rich sport.
very expensive.
So, like, I thought to that, I'm like, that point kind of contradicts itself because most of the time when hockey's really, like, exclusive to people who have, not, like, rich per se, but people who are better off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why soccer's the biggest sport in the world. It's because you can pick up a circular object and play soccer whenever.
Yeah.
We could play soccer in our studio right now, but to play
Yeah.
hockey, you need... I've never played, so I don't know all the stuff you need, but
You
like
need a lot of it.
Oh, you need,
you need
to-
all the
lots of
equipment, and then I feel like just signing up for hockey's like a lot more than like any other sport.
Even just tryouts and
yeah.
stuff, you have to pay for. Like I never played hockey, but
Oh
talking
yeah,
to
but like
friends,
trying out
tryouts
for
is
like
expensive
AAA
too.
and stuff, you have to pay money just for tryouts.
Like I've only ever played soccer and baseball because it's the cheapest,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's a point in my older years where I probably could have played it, but like at that point it was like I'm already at this point. Why do it? Like I don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
That's just what I think. But like I thought about that point from Kelly Rudy. I'm like, I don't really
expensive.
understand.
Yeah.
I'm like the poorer families aren't playing
Yeah.
hockey.
No, yeah, like in soccer to pay for equipment like the shorts, the jersey and stuff like
Like you need cleats, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Shit
like-
Not if
pads.
you play indoor soccer, you don't even need cleats.
I don't know how expensive all that would be, but like one hockey stick nowadays can be like $300.
That's literally your sign up for soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and that's just your stick.
I feel like this goes into like a whole new conversation about hockey prices in general. Like there's a reason like Canadian Tire Kickstart is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's so expensive and like exclusive. And like going back to those kids we saw at the Oil Kings game, I'm like, I kind of feel bad for these kids like being
Yeah.
forced to wear a suit.
Yeah.
And then
Like what-
the dad was wearing a suit too, and I'm like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't. You guys kind of just have to like, as we describe this, like picture it, and like I guess Muckey too, but like, Cody, did that dad kind of give you like mega tryhard vibes?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that dad thinks he's coaching in the NHL one day.
He was coaching like
He's coaching like
the-
6-year-olds.
I was just gonna say I don't even know if those kids were in like grade 3 yet.
Those kids are like throwing popcorn trying to catch it in their mouths, and this dad's got them in full suits at an Oil Kings game.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel bad for these kids. Like, I don't know. I've never experienced it, but like Cody has.
Yeah.
I don't know if they make you wear suits to ball hockey. I know Muckey's
no,
played
I
ball.
never
no,
did.
no,
No, I
ball-
never did. I
ball
thought it'd be
hockey
really
was
funny if we
chill.
did, but
It would be really funny. Showing up to the Millennium Field
yeah,
in your suit.
That's
only
what
to take longer to like take your suit off to get before you get like
Oh,
your jersey and
literally.
stuff on. Jersey is on is
That's-
like 5 minutes.
Like what? I've never played. I had a chance to play ball hockey when I was younger, but I didn't. Like, what do you wear? Like a
It's like
jersey?
shin pads. Like for equipment, it's just you just need like running shoes, shin pads, gloves, a
It's
helmet
literally soccer equipment with gloves.
with
Yeah.
gloves and a stick. That was
Like,
it.
I personally like enjoyed ball hockey more just because it was like more chill, but it was like still competitive. So
Yeah, I didn't play ice hockey because I just couldn't skate, right? But
and
so I got into ball hockey and stuff, and
and
it was
wasn't-
awesome.
it's not as expensive as
Exactly.
like ice hockey. Just
Ice
to like
hockey's ridiculous.
just
Oh,
to like
yeah.
sign up and play like without including equipment and like tournaments and stuff just to sign up. Like I think it's over $1,000.
It's gotta be.
Like
Well, that's why you
just-
see all the kids constantly. Like I get more like Sherwood Park hockey kids asking me for my bottles than I do any other sport.
yeah.
We literally got one today.
This morning,
Yeah.
someone came
We're at
and I was like,
MacArthur.
I was like,
Muckey's house.
well, I don't want to send this kid away. He was so uncomfortable. He was like, could I please just have your bottles? And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever.
You gave him some.
Yeah, I gave him some. But he was like so uncomfortable. He's like, I really wish I was just at home in bed right now.
No, but like, I think the relaxed dress code is good. I understand suits in the NHL, even
Yeah.
though I don't love it. But
Yeah.
like, youth sports, don't make these kids wear
Yeah,
suits.
that's stupid.
That's
Yeah.
cringe, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I think if you're doing like special events or whatever, be like, oh, dress up a little bit, but don't be like a suit. Be like, oh, wear like a nice shirt. And,
You have
like,
to
tuck
wear a
it
suit
in.
to like your tier 3 game.
Yeah, like that's useless. You don't
Yeah,
need to
that's
do that.
stupid.
Like Cody, what's the highest level you played?
I guess tier 1 you can say.
Like, what was it? Tier 1, what?
Just like
Just house league?
house league, like the
Like, they
level
ma-
below double A.
Like if you're playing like AA, AAA, but like house league, like
Don't
Yeah,
worry
like
about it.
house league. I don't want to wear a suit to a game.
like
Like
I
I
don't,
play hockey just because I like to play hockey.
I
Like I could care less about showing up nice.
also who's got like your parents are gonna see it and like people passing by. There's no cameras.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
don't-
broadcasting this game.
I could care less about who the parents on my team like care about like
What you're
what
wearing,
I'm
yeah.
wearing. Yeah.
Was like that like a rule that you had to do that?
Well, no, it was always a team decision, and of course, kids on our team would always, oh yeah, we
it's
gotta
like
show
what they do
up.
in the
We gotta
chow
show up
and
in
stuff.
suits, and I'm sitting there like, seriously, like I don't want to wear a suit to, and you only wear it for like the drive there. You get there
Yeah.
and you take it off.
And then I guess you have to put it back on after.
Yeah.
But like
When
you're
you're all
driving to
sweaty and gross
Millennium
after a
Place.
game.
Yeah.
too.
Like you're driving to
10
like a
minutes.
rec center.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to like a 30,000 seat arena. Like Jesus.
I was just gonna say, you're lucky to have like
20.
50 people
The
watching.
parents are
like-
watching, and like maybe one of your
Could
friends
come some of
every
your
once in a
friends,
while.
Yeah, and like it's all just family watching. Like, who cares?
I think I went to one of your games once and you scored a hat trick or something.
Heck
You were
yeah,
the
I remember
Pelicans.
that.
That was
I
awesome.
popped the bottle.
Yeah.
The only time I saw Cody play, I think you scored.
You guys were at the same game, I remember.
Really?
That was the same game.
That's awesome.
You were sitting with my parents and you were sitting with Joel. That was one of my.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I remember I scored all 3 of my goals in the. That was like the best period of hockey I ever played.
That's before I even knew Muckey.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
you existed.
Before I ever met Muckey, we were in a short film together.
Yeah.
And then when we first met, we were like, oh, we're in a
I
film
was like, oh,
together.
you're that guy.
I introduced them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing basketball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the first time I met you guys.
That was awesome.
That
Yeah,
was
we went
fun.
to Dairy Queen after.
How do you what does this sentence make you feel?
What?
LTIR. That's not a sentence, that's a word. Long-term injury reserve. How do you feel about that?
Like what? Like
I don't
what do
know.
you mean?
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, no bums.
LTIR. Nikita Kucherov, he's back on it, baby.
Oh my gosh.
He got a
Well,
severe injury. This one probably won't take him to the playoffs,
No, thank
but
God.
you watched what happened last year where he sat out the whole season because he was injured, and then magically game 1 of the playoffs, he's
he was
healthy.
on fire.
He's like fully
Yeah.
healthy.
He was healthy for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cap circumvention.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
But I love that it is. I think that's hilarious that they won the cup on that.
And I think, like, with Kucherov's injury this year, I think Sergachev made a joke, like, he'll be ready for the Olympics and the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw that.
What if, hear me out, Jack Eichel
Oh, man.
to the Tampa Bay Lightning?
I will.
Oh my
lose
gosh.
mind.
They got the money.
They do.
Yeah.
He's on LTIR.
Well, with
What-
that logic,
keep
let's
him to
just
the
throw all of our
playoffs.
broken Vegas players onto the LTIR. Get Jack Eichel.
It would be pretty cool to
Think
see a
about how
three-peat.
crazy that is, though.
yeah.
They could acquire Jack Eichel and toss him on LTIR till playoffs because it's legal.
No, yeah, literally. Oh
And
my
suddenly you're
gosh,
just
yeah.
Stacked. Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
I would cheer for Tampa, even if the Leafs
I
are in the
wouldn't.
playoffs. That's so funny.
I'd cheer for Tampa, yeah. It just shows, like,
Well,
how
they're gonna win, but
Obviously, you can't not cheer for Tampa.
I don't like Tampa. though.
Screw the NHL.
I don't like Tampa either, but if they did that with Eichel, that'd be...
That would be the
Yeah,
biggest
that's-
For the
ball
second year in a
move
row, they
ever.
just screw over the
That's so
rules,
funny.
finding loopholes and everything.
They'd have Stamkos, Point, Eichel as centerman.
And don't forget the wingers. Don't forget Sorelli.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like,
Yeah.
those are their 4 centers. Oh, my gosh. Like, they'd have
Ryan.
Sorelli on the... Well, they probably wouldn't play him on the 4th, but, like, that'd be their
That would
arguable
be, yeah.
4th-line center.
That's like the biggest like Goliath story ever, and you can't not cheer. You can't not cheer for Tampa, but NHL is not the little man in any situation because they're a billion-dollar corporation. So I say screw the NHL and go the team that figures out fun ways to win the cup,
Yeah.
especially because the Leafs are bad and I hate them so much.
We'll get into that.
Yes, we will. But I think that would be so funny. Who would you trade for Jack Eichel? Realistically, like, think of your favorite team what's too much to give up for Jack Eichel? With the injuries in mind and the cap hit.
Just like, I think for the Flames, the players I wouldn't like to see traded are Kachuk, Goudreau, and the Breadman. Anyone else, any other picks, I don't really like. Any prospects could go. Like,
I think you got to give up at least one of those guys.
Yeah.
then I don't know if I'd want it to see it happen.
Muckey, what about you with Vegas?
Well, see, Vegas's big problem is we don't have a center. That
Chandler
was
Stevenson.
okay.
got
Chandler Stevenson is our best center. That's the problem. So I think.
You got William Karlsson.
Yeah, okay, but you know what I'm saying.
William Karlsson, 1 year wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with
Wild
Vegas,
Bill.
you kind of, because also our team is like, we're kind of old, right? So we're in a situation where it's kind of like we have to win soon or we're not going to win at all.
They also don't have any money.
Yeah, that's also a problem because we got rid of Marc-Andre Fleury, and then what did we get in return? Nolan Patrick and Evgeny Dadonov, because that's what we really needed, right? But I don't even know what – I wouldn't want to give up, like, Pacioretty, Stone, Alex Tuck.
Not Pacioretty.
I don't know if I want to give up Pacioretty.
I'd give a Pacioretty.
Muckey
for
just
Jack
doesn't want to give up
Eichel.
Pacioretty because he's got a Patches
Yeah,
jersey.
but then I'd have a Patches jersey and no Patches on my team and a Fleury
Would
jersey.
you rather have Pacioretty or Nick Suzuki? That's your center. It's ironic that they traded
Yeah, I
their
was
best
I
pick
know.
from that draft. It's ironic that they need a centerman
and got rid
Nick
of him,
Suzuki
yeah.
would be their number one right there.
I think if they got rid of Cody Glass instead, and
Did you know
kept
that
Suzuki,
they wanted? Did you know that they wanted to give Montreal wanted Cody Glass and Vegas was like,
Yeah, I
no.
know that. I know.
They're
And now
like,
Cody
"Take
Glass is
Suzuki."
gone, and we have Nolan Patrick in his place. Patrick's played well, but I think Nick Suzuki is what we needed.
Any team could use that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd give up. Because fuck it. I'd give up Mitch Marner. Trade his ass.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Jack Eichel's way better than Mitch. And Mitch is pissing me off.
part of the reason why for Calgary I wouldn't want the guys I named to be traded just because they're my favorite players
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean,
team.
it's a
I love
heart
Mitch.
thinking thing.
I love Mitch. Always will. He can go. Anyone can get traded other than Matthews. I'm done with this team. I don't think you realize like how far over this shit I am. Matthews is the best player. Steamboat Willie's played really good
I
too.
love Steamboat.
Everyone else, I don't give a shit where you go.
You got to keep Spezza.
Obviously. Jason Spetz has played amazing.
I was just going to say, Jason
Jason
Spezza is awesome.
It's really ironic that Jason Spezza every night comes out with more heart than anyone else on the team.
Isn't he literally older than the GM?
Yes.
He's the oldest guy, and he's
It's
the one who cares the most.
it's really funny watching the same team play the same way for 6 years. And it's really a great sign knowing that the only player that shows heart ever is your
man.
fourth line winger. I love watching that team. Trade anyone.
I guess.
Matthews is really good.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably the best player ever on the Leafs. I don't think there's been a more talented player.
Probably not, no.
The Leafs have a lot of a really shitty all-time roster for
A team that has such a legacy.
what's it called? The Six. Original 16.
Yeah.
You look at like Montreal, it's like Hall of Famers from head to toe.
Yeah.
And the Leafs are like, we got Ty Domi here. It's horrible. It's a really bad list. Like, I think Matthews is already like top 10 in goals.
Really?
I think so.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You want to know what made me feel crazy? When I found out that William Nylander's been with the Leafs organization longer than Phil Kessel ever
Yeah,
was.
I saw that in Steve's
Steve's
video.
video. I heard about that. Yeah.
He had a really good video last night. That was funny.
I haven't watched the Steve Dangle video.
He gets mad.
I assume.
Shout out, Steve. I love your videos, but when you get mad, it's
Steve
just a bit
Dangle's
better.
the reason why I wanted to do this.
I love Steve. I read his book. His
I'm
book's
not
really
even
good.
I'm not even a Leafs fan, but I love watching LFR just because Steve's so
Yeah,
awesome.
Steve-
I know
Steve's
Muckey.
awesome.
Don't you listen to their podcast?
And I listen
too?
to their podcast, even though it's all they're always talking about the Leafs. and stuff.
I've been listening to their podcast since the 2016 season, and that's a big reason why I wanted to do this. Like
Yeah.
I also have his book too. I watched the video. I haven't watched the one from last night. I can assume he gets mad. They lost 7-1.
No,
It's not hard to get mad over a team that plays the same.
in his video last night, Steve, he was watching the start of the third when Hutchinson went in, but he didn't
When
know.
Hutchinson gave up 2 goals on 3 shots.
No. He literally didn't know who was in net, and his wife, who was doing something like in the same room or whatever, but wasn't watching the game, she asked who was in net, and Steve was literally about to say Campbell, but then the Penguins scored, and he saw it was Hutchinson, and then he said, I guess Hutch is in net.
It's really bad.
Yeah, it is.
Michael Hutchinson isn't an NHL goalie.
No, he shouldn't be playing.
He's not a third string goalie. He's not good. I'm not going to lie. Michael Hutchinson sucks.
He does. Except when he shut out the Oilers. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Played pretty good last year.
Mm-hmm.
Not playing good this year. I don't think you realize how done I am.
Jump ship.
No.
Oh no!
Ryan's like, I'm going to jump. He's like, I can't take it. The
I know.
Oilers
I wish
lost
he
in the
jumped. I
first
wish he jumped into
round.
Vegas with me, but I even made that edit with his face on the Vegas fan. But he never did.
We'll get it. I'll talk more about this when we talk about the most disappointing teams. Have you guys thought about that?
A bit.
Yes, I think 2 out of our 3 favorite teams here have been pretty disappointing. Lo and behold,
disappointing.
the one who was expected to be the worst happens to be doing okay so far.
Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
But I guess.
Everyone thinks the Leafs are going to be bad, and they are.
Oh, I don't expect the Leafs to be
I
bad.
think the Leafs are going to be.
I expect them to be
decent.
bad in the playoffs. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but I think they're good. And
They're
they're
a good
obviously good in the
team.
regular season.
Have you watched them play?
No.
Exactly.
Last night was pretty bad.
And the night before. And guess what? They lost to New York. Even when they play good, they lose.
Well, yeah. It's Vegas,
Last Leaf
baby.
game I watched was when they beat Ottawa. But
Good. They
that
should beat
they
Ottawa.
should beat Ottawa. Yeah.
They should beat San Jose on the second half of back-to-back.
Oh man.
Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi scores his first goal as a Carolina Hurricane. First game back in Montreal. Did you see that, Muckey?
Weren't they chanting like "fuck you, KK" or something like that?
I don't get that. He's not the one who didn't match his
No.
offer sheet.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
Go get the money is what I think.
Like they were talking about
NHL's
it.
business.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
talking about it on the Steve Dangle podcast. I was listening to that. If I'm a person and someone's offering me big money, I'm gonna take it.
He got $6.6 million to play hockey on a better team in
Yeah.
a smaller market.
And I highly assume that he knows he's not worth that much. So
Yeah.
why?
You take that and
Like,
run.
yeah, you
I don't
take
know why
that.
Montreal fans are mad at him.
Yeah.
Take the money. Why didn't be mad at your GM for not matching you?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge Kotkaniemi fan, but like
It's not
I
his
agreed
fault
with
he
his
left,
decision.
yeah.
Take the money.
Yeah.
And then you think taking that money leads to more money down the road.
Exactly.
Just to qualify to give him a qualifying offer, it's got to be at least 6.6.
Yeah.
He's at least making that money again.
Yeah. And how old is he?
21,
Yeah.
22.
So
God, it feels like
only
he's
gonna
been
get
in the league for a
Yeah, I
long
was gonna
time, and he's
say.
only 21.
Is Montreal good at? Does Montreal overrate their prospects?
Yes, I think Caulfield's overrated.
Extremely.
Caulfield had a really good postseason, but
What is he? He hasn't even
Wait,
scored this
yeah,
year.
What's he doing this year?
Remember when Alex Romanov was this
Huge.
insane
Yeah.
defenseman in the
Yeah.
KHL that's going to play huge minutes, and he was bad and still is bad?
Oh man, I like Romanov.
I remember that.
But yes, I remember that too. Yeah.
And then there's this guy. What's his name? Norlinder. Montreal fans are like, this guy's gonna be great. Is he?
Who?
It's like Matthias Norlinder or something. He's like a second round pick. Every time I hear his name, I'm like, this guy's gonna be a fucking stud.
I don't know who you're talking
I
about,
don't even know who you're
but I
talking
do remember when Ryan Paling or whatever had that 4-point game or whatever to end the season. I remember in the offseason, every Montreal fans were talking about how great he was gonna be, and I don't even
What's
know.
he done?
I don't even know if he stepped foot in the NHL since then.
Matthias Norlinder is a third round pick. He's 21 years old, and he scored 12 points in the Swedish Elite League.
Ooh.
He's a defenseman, and every time I see like prospect Montreal rankings, they're like, Norlinder's gonna be great. You said that about Romanov and Kotkaniemi and Paling and what? Where does it end?
I think Caulfield will be great, but
He will.
still.
Yeah, he'll be good, but
Isn't though.
not yet.
Ryan Paling.
I feel like a lot of prospects are overhyped. Like, I feel like unless if they've got McDavid talent, I feel like most prospects won't even be like good until they're 2021.
And even
Most
some
prospects
people-
won't make the NHL.
Exactly.
Like
Like, it's such a high-skilled league. Like,
Yeah.
they need time to develop.
Ryan Paling's played 28 games, and he's 22.
Yeah.
Scored 3 in his one game against the Leafs.
Because of course.
And the shootout winner, I believe.
Doesn't count as 4. Shootout goals don't count. Did you know shootout winners count towards team goals, but it doesn't count towards player goals?
Really?
Yeah. Because I remember this stat a few years ago when it was like a Leafs thing, and it was like scored the blank goal in franchise history, and then like a couple games later it was like, okay, this is the actual blank goal and in
Yeah.
Leaf history, because not
like a
counting the
shootout or
shootout ones, it
whatever.
was like,
Oh,
I think that's stupid.
yeah. It is.
If it doesn't count for the players,
Shouldn't count for the
The team.
team.
didn't score that goal, that doesn't count.
When Hoop was like, wait, I didn't know overtime goals counted towards players.
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, last year in fantasy, I'm like, overtime winner, that's a GWG for me. And he's like, wait, what? And I'm like, that counts to their goal totals. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, Hoop.
When we were watching a preseason game, I told him that after every overtime this year, they're just gonna play a shootout, because that's what they did for the first couple preseason games. And he was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" He's like, "Wait, really?" And I remember the next time we watched a game, he's like, "Where's the shootout?" So I don't think he still believes it. I think it would be really funny.
Oh,
But yeah.
Hoop.
Overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why don't we get into it? Boys. We're going to propose a question.
Okay.
So far, when did the season start? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Yep. Around there.
Who has been the most disappointing team thus far, in your opinion? You guys know your answers?
Yeah, I've got
Cody, you can lead us off.
I've got 3 teams.
Name one, and then we can talk about the others after.
Well, obviously Toronto's record isn't awful, but I still think they should have obviously gotten off to a better start.
Name your most disappointing, and then we'll go back once we're all done.
Vegas. I'm really surprised that they've.
Vegas? Do you agree, Muckey?
See, they are disappointing, but you also got to think they're broken. Like
I guess.
Patches is out, Stone is out,
Still aren't good, though.
Tuck is out.
Yeah, but Vegas is this awesome team that
Well-
everyone talks
well,
about.
If you take an awesome team and take out a bunch of pieces that make them awesome, they're not gonna be awesome anymore.
Still pretty awesome, though.
Like they're a good team and they've played well. It's
I'm not
just
going to
a
lie,
thing.
the Pacific kind of sucks.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
too.
Like Vegas, especially against when I watched the Oilers game, like they played well. They just couldn't finish anything. And then Robin let in a bad goal from Zach Cassian.
Robin.
Muckey was
Okay.
defending Robin Leonard. He after Zach Cassian scored a breakaway goal, we had a beautiful move, and later that night, Muckey's like, oh, he didn't even mean to do that.
Dude, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. If you watch that video back of Zach Cassian doing that move, by the time the puck is between Robin Leonard's legs, Zach Cassian is following through on a backhand shot. He did not mean to do that.
I'm just saying, I remember Muckey said that before I had seen the goal, and he's like, Cassian didn't even mean to do that. And I watched that goal. He 100% meant to do
Are
that.
you trying to tell me that Zach Cassian tried to
Zach
Kucherov
Cassian scored
Robin
a lot
Leonard?
of nice breakaway
Zach
goals.
Cassian is my least favorite player, and I can tell you that was a
don't
really nice
know.
goal, and he meant to do that.
I don't think he
Muckey
meant
sent
to
us
do
a
that.
video of him driving home, and he's like, I just don't get it. He's like, he didn't mean to do that
I
move. And, it's
don't
this,
think
and he's
he
like, everyone's like, it's such a nice, he didn't even mean to do it.
Oh my
I
gosh,
don't
Muckey.
think. I don't.
I think we might have, Muckey might be a little biased.
I am definitely a little biased because if that would have happened with some bum scoring on like the Oilers or something, I would have been like, that was the most beautiful goal of all time.
100%. If Keegan Colasar scored that goal, Muckey would have been like, goal of
my
the year.
If Ryan
Let
Reeves
one
would have
go,
scored
baby.
that.
Ryan Reeves.
If Ryan
Revo's
Reeves scored
gone.
that when he still played with Vegas,
Revo.
Muckey would be getting hyped.
Muckey would have been like, let's go, baby.
Yeah, probably. I am biased, and I think Robin's been playing kind of bad, but he's also been hung out to dry quite a bit. So it's okay.
Vegas' goal differential is -7,
Yeah.
which is not the worst in the Pacific. Seattle is a -10. Still better than Vegas, I guess.
Yep.
Vegas is broken.
Okay, Muckey.
I still need
Thus
one more
far,
team.
we're coming back to it.
Oh.
I want us all. I've told you this 4 times.
And I might have been like,
I don't
Vegas
think Goldie was
is
listening.
hurt, I guess, but they've still been disappointing in my opinion.
Okay, Muckey. We'll come back after we all give one.
I've given 2, sorry.
I was like, we're all gonna give one. Then Cody's like, well, the Leafs, and he's like, Vegas too, and I was
Okay,
like,
sorry, I misheard.
okay, Muckey, because the only reason I did that is because I don't want you to take up all the teams, and then we go and we're like, yeah, what Cody said.
I think most surprising team we can all agree is Buffalo.
Yeah.
We can do most surprising team after.
Sure.
Muckey, who's your most disappointing?
I think the Chicago Blackhawks have been really disappointing
Yeah.
because they got Kane back, they got Taves back, they got Marc-Andre Fleury, they got Jones. It was going to be like this team is going to be good. And this team is 0-4-1. And Marc-Andre Fleury is sucking.
You know what's really funny? Paying a defenseman almost $10 million who can't play defense. It's
Seth
like paying
Jones.
Tyson Barrie $10 million. But Tyson Barrie puts up points.
Ooh.
Seth Jones doesn't. And doesn't defend the puck.
He's just there.
Just
He's a
chilling.
guy
He-
who makes a lot of money.
Who just takes up minutes, I guess.
On the Steve Dangle podcast, this recent one, I know they were talking about Seth Jones, and they were like, what did Columbus do other than beat Tampa once?
Oh yeah, they were talking about that. Yeah.
Like, what? Like, Seth Jones has had one good year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Zach Werenski. I'm not going to lie.
How much
What
is
an
Werenski?
overrated team.
How much is Werenski making?
The same, I believe.
Really?
We'll search it up.
Wow, man.
Mucky, if you want to talk more about Chicago being buns, because we all agree.
I think they just had high hopes for the season, right? Like they got the Vezina winner for a bag of chips, basically.
They got him for nothing.
Literally nothing. They had Taves coming back because wasn't he out like the whole year last year?
Yep.
They were supposed to be a relatively good team, maybe not a contending team, but a pretty good team, and so far they've just sucked.
Zach Werenski next year makes 9.5 for 6 years.
Damn.
To be okay,
Yeah.
not bad, really good player.
Yeah.
Not
he
worth
is.
that money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see it. Same with Seth Jones. Seth Jones shoots right. He also doesn't play defense, which is ironic because that's his position. It's also funny that in NHL 22, his X Factor ability is a defensive one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much you guys dabble in advanced stats, but Seth Jones' expected goals for is one of the lowest on the Blackhawks. He gets caved in every time he's on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of Chris Russell on the Oilers, because Chris Russell blocks a lot of shots, right? There's a reason he blocks so much shots. Because he doesn't prevent zone entries, doesn't play great defense. He throws his body in front of shots. He'll just dive in front of shit
I'd be like, yeah.
to make up for his poor defense.
But at least he's making up for it, in a way.
But wouldn't you rather spend that money on a
Yeah.
guy who...
But is Chris Russell making $10 million?
Heck no.
Exactly.
Seth Jones can do a lot more.
I was just going to say, yeah, Seth Jones, should be better.
Yeah.
He is better
Yeah.
than Chris Russell. It's not a great comparison.
Yeah.
Because Chris Russell's like a top 6 defenseman.
Seth Jones should be a top pair.
2.
Yeah.
He gets paid like a top 2.
Yeah.
And he isn't one. I don't like Chicago. Oh, sorry. Mini burp by me right there. But Chicago reminds me a lot of the New York Mets in baseball. A team that has a lot of money and spends a lot of money to be mediocre. Like Chicago in the past was an absolute dynasty, don't get me
I
wrong.
was just going to say, yeah.
But you look at, especially Chicago this year, what are you spending that money for?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to be rebuilding?
They skipped a bunch of rebuilding steps. I don't know what's wrong with Dylan Strome where he can't play for the Blackhawks. I don't know if that says something about him
Dylan
or the
Strome's
team.
kind of a bum.
He should play at least like top 9. He's not playing on your third line?
Yeah.
Like who's playing on who's that guy? Brandon Hagel? Like, I just don't get it. Like, they spent all that money to be winless.
Yeah.
Not the only team winless, Arizona.
Yeah.
We
Arizona was
expected them to be
expected.
bad, though. My pick, it's not the Leafs, but they are really disappointing. It's Montreal.
That was
Yeah,
gonna be one of my other ones.
It's Montreal because
Yeah.
so funny. You watch them go to the finals. I've talked about this on past episodes where Montreal's not that good, and then they got goaltending and made it to the finals. Yeah, I'm a little salty still, but like, come on. It's hilarious watching them play like shit, especially after them deciding they don't need Kotkaniemi, and then he scores on them.
Yeah.
You
And
know
then
who's
they
got
made
no
that
goals?
website or whatever. The Hurricanes made that website that was like, did
Did
the
the
Habs
Habs
lose?
score?
And then you
I
get a
lose?
discount. And you get a discount for saying yes in the coupon code or
That's
something like
so
that. That's
funny.
so funny to me.
Awesome.
But they won a game. I think that was yesterday. Matthew Perreault hat trick.
Against Detroit.
Yeah.
You know who hasn't scored this year? Most of their players.
Yeah.
I don't think Suzuki
I don't
scored.
think he has. Yeah.
I don't
Suzuki,
think Caulfield scored. I don't think Hoffman scored.
He scored last night.
He scored 1 in 6 games.
Has he been playing?
I hope not. Because if he
I don't know if
hasn't
he
been
was.
playing,
I don't know if he was playing.
okay, maybe he'll get a pass. But let's talk about best player in the world, apparently to most people, Cole Caulfield.
Oh boy.
Super overrated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gonna be great.
Not yet.
He hasn't scored on a team that needs to score.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny watching Jake Allen give you great performances and you still lose.
Oh boy.
Jake Allen gives you the performance of his life. Jonathan Drouin scored a few goals. Good for him. Great story.
Yeah, it's good for Jonathan.
It's an amazing story. But it's really funny. It was really funny as a Leafs fan to watch Montreal play bad. Now I'm just like,
They're in the same boat.
hey, they have 3 more points.
Yay.
Did Montreal lose 7-1? No.
They won 6-1.
They did. We could talk about the Leafs later. Because
You're just letting it boil up.
We went to Muckey's last night, and I watched the Leafs give up 5 shitty goals before I turned the TV off.
Didn't they score like a couple on their own net?
I think a couple went off skates.
Because I think Hall and Muzzin, they went off of them.
They played like shit.
Yeah.
They've played like shit every game.
Hey, Kasperi Kapanen, 2 points.
Yeah, first game against the Leafs ever. Wow. And they're still paying Phil Kessel. Isn't that great? No, this team is shit. I'm not going to lie. Every year I go into the season, I'm like, maybe it's different. It shouldn't take you 10 minutes and a goal against to start playing.
Yeah.
They get their shit caved in every game, and it takes them essentially half of a period to wake up and start playing. I don't think they've scored first this year.
Really?
I don't think so. Maybe against Ottawa in this. Once Wayne Simmons scored the first goal.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the Leafs.
yeah, I was watching that game.
That's 1 out of 6. Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
I don't think you realize how much I don't like being a fan of this team. It's not fun. Every
How
game.
can it be?
It's never fun. I'm sick of it. I'm leaving.
Come to Vegas.
No.
No.
Unfortunately I'll keep cheering for them. But I don't know when their next game is. I don't want to watch it. Gonna watch it if I can.
He's gonna
Muckey got me
watch
into
it.
the legally streaming of games.
Well, yeah, because I've always cheered for teams that weren't Edmonton teams.
Former Detroit fan, Mikhail Abdullah.
It just so happens when they go bad, he gets a new
I
favorite
still
team.
like Detroit. But my favorite player went back to Russia.
Okay, your
God.
Instagram name was Jimmy Howard Lover.
That guy
And
did
if I
not
could-
go to Russia.
Well, he left.
He got old and bad.
Yeah, didn't he just retire?
No, he's playing in the KHL right now.
He did go to Russia.
Pavel Datsuk.
We're talking about
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
we're talking about
I was
Howard.
talking about Pavel Datsuk.
Yes, I
Datsuk
know.
was my favorite player on
Then
the
why
team, but
weren't
I was
you
a big
Pavel
goalie
Datsuk
guy.
lover?
I was a big goalie guy.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever we're playing street hockey, Muckey will play
Andre.
goalie.
I like goalies.
And he'll play goalie, and you'll get like an open shot, and he'll like look at you and like wait 3 seconds, and then he'll dive across and try and make a save, and then like 1 out of like 5 times he'll make the save, and he'll be like, "Oh, you just gotta make that save."
yeah,
It's funny.
it's fun too.
I remember I once played goalie in our floor hockey elementary game.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
took
yeah.
a puck, like a little or maybe it was
Like
a
the
ball, but it was
orange thing.
plastic, and it hit me in the shoulder, and it really hurt. And it wasn't fun. I remember once I was playing goalie for our handball gym game,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was talking to someone on the sidelines, and someone just chucked it down because that net was open, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I just swatted it, and I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I played goalie in ball hockey 1 time. No, 2 times. I can't remember the first time I did. It was like in.
I remember the
something.
second time.
Yeah, I was playing Cody's team, and it was the bronze game, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, you know what, screw it, we'll have fun. I went in net, and then our genius coach decided, let's put all our defensemen as forwards and all of our forwards as defensemen. And our goalie, who sucks, as goalie. And the very first play of the game for the other team was Cody and another guy on a 2-on-0 breakaway.
How long into that game?
I remember it was the first shift of the game, so that
First-
must have
yeah.
been like 20 seconds into the
Yeah.
game. Me and shout out to Justin had a 2-on-0, and I pass it over to Justin, and
I
just
think their
happened.
first 2 or 3 goals of the game were on a breakaway of some sort.
How many saves did you make?
Maybe 6.
That reminds me of when we play the NHL
Muckey.
video game and Muckey plays goal. I'll never forget once we had scored, I think, 8 goals by the second intermission, and we were down, I think, 9-8.
Muckey.
Oh,
And then
Okay,
we won that game, and I don't think we let them get a shot on Muckey.
I remember.
in the
Yeah,
third.
we just locked down.
There was
on
one game
defense.
in EASHL where I think I had an 800 save percentage.
That's
Except-
really good for
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that is pretty
ASHL.
good.
and then our Wi-Fi crapped out, so it was never saved, and I'm still so mad at EA Sports for letting that happen because I had such a good game.
Like 800 save percentage in like
Vezina.
NHL terms is horrible, but like in video game terms, that's like Vezina. That's like save percentages in the 80s regularly.
Yeah.
When Grant Fuhr won his Vezina trophy with like a 898 save percentage, and then I looked at the stats and like there was like 3 goalies over 900.
Jeez.
Not a great goaltending era. No wonder Wayne Gretzky scored like 200 points in this season.
Yeah.
Is Gretzky good? Who knows? Who do you think Connor McDavid would be like really good back then? Or do you think he'd be
I don't know. It's kind of tough because like they didn't have the same training and stuff as they do nowadays.
I think he would be scoring 500 points a year. Because it's a bunch of fat, out of shape dudes skating around all winded. No one trained back then.
Oh, like
See,
you
but
mean
that's
like
the
taking
thing.
him like how he is now and just throwing him? Oh my God, yeah,
yeah.
he puts up like 500 points. Are
Easy.
you
In a
kidding
bad
me?
It's a
season,
bunch of
puts up
fat,
500.
lazy bums.
He scores at least 5 goals a game.
That's it. Period. It's like the Oil Kings game when they went up 5-0.
Yeah, literally. It just get boring to watch
Yeah.
after a while.
It would be too easy. Did you? My favorite like baseball story ever is like back in like the old days when they just like drink beers at third base. It's like Babe Ruth,
He's like,
another home run. He's like whip-de-doo. No, but he'd destroy those lazy bums.
oh yeah, he would.
A lot of like illegal concussion level hits, but like no one can keep up with you.
Oh no, like back,
They do cocaine after the game.
like yeah, back then, like to be a hockey player, like sometimes someone would just look at you, and if you're like over 6 feet tall and over 200 pounds, they're like, throw on this pair of skates and you're on the team.
teams drafted that way till like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The Leafs picked Luke Shen in the top 10
Oh man. Oh my god.
because he was big. That's like the draft of like Pietrangelo, Carlson.
Yeah, that
everyone,
ain't the way
it's
to
like,
go
Luke Shen.
anymore.
But I'll never forget. I absolutely hate how teams would just draft the big dudes. And I'll never forget the Leafs trade 2 picks to the Anaheim Ducks to move up in the draft. The Leafs move up. Anaheim gets a lower first-round pick and a second-round pick. I believe this is 2011 because the first-round pick they got was from the Bruins in a Thomas Caberlet trade. And they get it was a 2-for-1 swap. The Leafs pick forward Tyler Biggs, and it's ironic because he
man.
was big. He's a big dude, and his last name is Biggs. Do you know who the 2 players the Ducks drafted are?
When was this?
2011, I think.
That's a
They're
long
both on the
time
team
ago.
now. Still there.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to know?
2011. No, I'm trying to think. They drafted them?
When was
Yeah.
Getzlaf drafted?
Oh, no, that was before
He
that.
won a Stanley Cup with
Wait,
Anaheim
was this the
before
Nugent
that.
Hopkins draft?
Yes.
One of those was John Gibson.
Yep.
That was my next guess.
That's the second round.
Oh, the other one was Ricard Raquel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
They traded Ricard Raquel and John Gibson
Oh
for
man.
Some
Tyler
Biggs.
Biggs.
gosh.
Who doesn't love Tyler Biggs?
Oh my gosh.
Not
dude.
me. I can. They had made a lot of bad trades. Like, if you look at, like, if you do a like a team build of a team where you just take the picks that they drafted, that they traded away that were drafted by other teams, the Leafs would be like winning cups
Yeah.
Tyler Seguin, baby. Love Hot Dog Man. After
Oh my god.
on Friday after we went to the Oil Kings game, and I came home, my dad was watching the Leafs versus Vegas game, and we were talking about something, and Phil Kessel came up, and I was like, he's not bad. And he's like, he's not bad at eating hot dogs. And I was like, Dad, and he's like,
Dude, I can't believe the Leafs literally could have John Gibson.
they could have a stacked team.
Yeah.
Tuukka Rask, baby.
Hey, that was a draft. The Flames had the pick before Kucherov.
Yeah, a lot of teams make mistakes.
Yeah, to
but,
be
like,
fair, it just so happens that Calgary was the pick before, and just so happens that Weatherspoon's really bad.
a lot of teams make mistakes, and it just so happens that the Leafs make a lot more. It's majority them.
That was a David Muschel's draft.
Yeah, David Musil, Oil King legend. Oil King games are really fun.
They are.
Kickstart My Heart's such a great goal song.
Dylan Gunther, Yotes prospect breakaway schniz.
Oh, yeah. Kickstart My... Such a great goal song.
That is a good goal song.
We get copyrighted for me singing it. Could you imagine?
Sound too much like him.
I don't... We have talked a lot of... We're over an hour in,
Yeah, it's been a good episode.
and we haven't even touched baseball. Do you want to do our... We've done our most disappointing team. Do we want to do our... What's the word that I'm looking for? The opposite.
Surprising teams.
Most surprising teams.
I'd rather just keep talking hockey.
Yeah, that's hockey.
Yeah, okay.
We got to preview World Series at some point,
I guess.
but we can do that quick
Yeah.
because Muckey doesn't know a lot about baseball, and there's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so it's just starting.
Yeah, let's do our most surprising team. We kind of sprung this on you because we didn't know. This is just something we're doing on the fly. Yeah. Cody, do you want to start? Because you kind of were talking about
Okay, well, one, I got Buffalo.
Buffalo's so good.
Like 3-1-1. Even
Dark
that's
horse for the cup,
even that's a
easy.
surprise.
Best team ever.
I didn't expect St. Louis. I know I'm naming like three more teams, but I didn't expect St. Louis, Minnesota, and Edmonton to be undefeated so far.
Do you trust any of those teams?
No,
I don't trust those teams.
neither do I.
I think the Oilers will make the playoffs,
So
but
do I, but I think it'll be just like every other year.
Yeah.
they started really hot a few years ago.
I know.
I think they're going to make the playoffs easily, but like I
Yeah.
feel like they'll eventually come back down. Like I don't think they're that great at defense.
Yeah. Well, Mikko Koskinen made like 40 saves against Vegas.
Well, Smith finally came back down to earth his last start.
Still won.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
injured halfway through, though, wasn't he?
Oh boy.
All I'm saying
Was he?
is great
was.
start.
Yeah.
Will it translate?
No.
There's a very different, like you got to think winning in the playoffs isn't just scoring a shit ton of goals.
Yeah.
Like I watch the Leafs every year. I know that. And like right now they score a bunch of goals, but like power plays there's no penalties called in the playoffs.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
they don't get as many power plays.
Like I think they're going to make it, and like I think they'll do fine, but
Yeah.
like I don't know if they're as good as they show.
Yeah.
I don't trust the defense, and I don't trust the goaltending.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
even
me either.
watching I didn't watch any of the Oilers games except for the Battle of Alberta and then the Vegas game. But with the Vegas game, like
It's like,
we took
Zach Hansen
advantage of
didn't
that
mean to do
CC. We took advantage of that CC Keith pair. The
That's
first
a rough
goal.
D pair.
The very first goal.
Cody Ceci, Leaf legend. Miss him. What a great player. Just kidding. I don't really like Cody Ceci because he's not very good. And he pissed me off in Toronto. Playing on the top pairing. The shorthanded goal in the playoffs against Columbus. Great. Love me some Cease. No, but I do agree with those picks, Muckey. Who do you got? Also,
For
a little bit on the
surprising?
disappointing end. I think Colorado's been
Me.
bad.
Yeah. To be fair, Landeskog was suspended and McKinnon was.
McKinnon's in COVID.
But still.
They still got to be better.
I was just going to say, that's a team kind of like Vegas. Like, they're supposedly this awesome team, but when a couple of their stars are out, they don't win.
Same
Darcy
with,
also called Blum.
Same with Winnipeg. I've talked about how annoying Connor Hellebuck has been on my fantasy team.
Yeah, Connor Hellebuck been bad.
He played really good a couple games ago, and then bad last game, but they still won.
Yeah.
I'll take the win with your 850 save percentage.
Yeah, in one of my leagues, I had Markstrom, and I traded him for Hellebuck. That was a bet. Whoever accepted that kind of bad. But then Markstrom got a shutout.
I'm not going to lie. I won't lie. Really disappointed. Like, give me a break. Like, at what point is it like the Jets just aren't great? Like, they got Schmidt and Dillon to
help the D-core.
And the D's been bad.
Yeah.
Like, at what point is it like, shit or get off the pot? I get it super early, but like, I thought the defense was the problem. Yeah. And then they get a player to help the defense, and it still sucks.
Oh, man.
How are the Jets even doing?
They're 2-1. With a +1 goal differential. Okay, Muckey, who's your most surprising?
Well, Buffalo. I had the Oilers there too, and then I think the Penguins too.
Yeah,
because they're missing Crosby and Malkin.
Yeah,
but they're still playing pretty good hockey.
I'm surprised with Tristan Jarry so far.
Yeah,
that guy was bad last year.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Pittsburgh, like when Crosby's back. When is Crosby coming back?
I don't know if there's
Malkin's coming back.
I hope he's back before the end of November because I'm going to Calgary to watch the Flames Pens, and I hope Sid the Kid's playing.
Yeah, but they've been playing good hockey even without their two best players.
Apparently, that injury to Crosby happened like a long time.
Yeah, I saw that an article come up. He's like, yeah, it's been a problem for like my whole career. So
like it's apparently been like a long time since like he's been hurt.
Yeah.
I just stood up. My back's low-key hurting in this seat.
Yeah, and just watch Ethan stand up, and he's like, yeah, Crosby hurt.
No, surprising me, kind of the Rangers. I still don't think the Rangers are that good.
I think the Rangers are a good team.
Have you watched them?
No.
They don't play great.
Third in the league.
Oh.
They're winning games. Yeah, they get a lot of saves.
I guess I think they have the potential to be a good team.
They're really young.
Yeah.
They'll be good in a few years. But, like, they get a lot of saves that help them. Yeah. They don't play very great. They're really young, and that's how young teams play. I've watched the Leafs play like that for 6 years. At this point, they should be over the whole get caved in and get saved, and they are over that because they don't get saved anymore. But like I see the Rangers as a fun young team that doesn't like in a few years will be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Like I think they're off to a hot start and it will die down. Like I think it's gonna put the cool on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I won't lie. That's just the vibes I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're an hour 15 in-ish. An hour 13. Should we do a quick World Series preview?
Sure.
Who do you think? Who do you got? We got the Houston Astros. This is our first baseball talk. Usually we get into this a lot earlier. I know Muckey doesn't watch baseball, but that's why we're going to make it quick. Because you can't really preview something that hasn't started. Well, that's what a preview is.
That's what a preview is, Eve.
But I mean, like, what are we going to say? Atlanta, Houston.
I mean, I guess Houston was the better team in the regular season, but, like, Atlanta just took down the Dodgers.
What a fun series.
Yeah.
I hate the Dodgers.
So do I.
That's a lot of fun to watch the underdog without
Oh yeah,
their best player win.
and without Soroka.
It's going to be really disappointing when they lose in 4 games to the Astros.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, that's pissed me off.
Because I feel like you watch this in sports every year where the fun, surprising team makes it to the finals and then
They get
loses.
stomped.
Like Vegas a few years ago, Phoenix Suns kind of in the NBA.
yeah.
There's like a, just like when,
Montreal
You can even
last
argue,
year.
yeah, Montreal.
literally
last year.
Montreal, Dallas in a way the year
Yeah.
before. Cinderella stories usually don't end in that team winning.
Yeah.
They make it to the dance and then lose,
So all those teams you named, those were the teams I was cheering for.
and they
all
always
lost.
lose.
Cody was
Yeah.
cheering for Vegas at some point.
Oh no, yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
it was Ovi's. Sorry, yeah, it was
Damn.
Ovi's time. That one I lied.
Damn.
But like, it just feels like, of course, I want Atlanta to win so bad.
Yeah,
They're gonna lose in 4, maybe 5. I'll give them 1. Houston's way better. Cinderella stories don't.
don't
I
last
watched
that long.
I watched Megamind earlier, and Megamind went, quote, and then he's talking to Roxanne, and he's like, and the bad guy doesn't get the girl. The underdog doesn't win. You lose in the finals. That's how that works. The
Yep.
better team always wins. They're not going to win. They don't have their best player. Cunha's out.
Yeah,
It's over. I'd say
that sucks. He's out.
Houston in 3 if I could.
Damn.
I don't believe it. Yeah, they beat the Dodgers, but like,
Yeah, I kind of agree with Ethan. Like, there's a trend where the surprising teams only go so far.
the fun team you want to win doesn't win.
They always lose.
Like, even the Suns went up, what was it, 2-0?
yeah.
And then they lost
Don't
4
remind
straight.
me.
Sorry.
They did. It's not fun watching the fun team lose.
Other than maybe one team that did win was the Raptors, but then again, there was injuries.
That's
for-
true, but
They
like
kinda- they had a
Durant
little
was
bit of
hurt and
help.
Thompson
Yeah.
was hurt.
Kawhi Leonard had a phenomenal.
If
postseason
Golden State
game.
was healthy,
and that
they
lucky
win, I
shot
think.
too in the second round.
Am I the weird guy who likes to cheer for the the like overpowered team?
Meh.
Like obviously I was cheering for Toronto then. I'm not a Raptor fan, but it's cool to see a championship in Canada.
Yeah.
But like Cleveland, Golden State, I'm like, go Warriors. I want to see Goliath beat the shit out of David. I think Cinderella stories are fun, but I think it's more fun when the underdog gets smoked.
I just prefer it's not always repetitive. Like how many times
Yeah,
were the Cavs
exactly.
Warriors? It was like 4 or 5 years in a row, wasn't it? Until LeBron left the East, and then Toronto came in. Right? Like it just gets boring.
Yeah, but it's fun.
No, because it's the same thing every year.
But
It's like, oh, great, LeBron's there. Oh, great, the Warriors are there. Oh, the Warriors just stomped them because they're overpowered. Okay,
yeah, and I'm cheering. I'm loving
and
that.
I'm falling asleep.
Like I don't want to see them win, but like when they get to the dance, I'm like, yay! I'm like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, yay! You want to know? You point at your phone. I'll get to that later.
Well, I just got a notification saying that at the Blackhawks game, they were chanting, "Let's go Red Wings." Because the
Good.
Red Wings are beating them 5-3 right now.
Is Mark in that?
I assume so. I don't know.
Hope it's not
The Blackhawks are so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Mark.
They're
Going
gonna
out
make
6-3.
they're gonna make a big change,
Mark.
aren't they?
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Lucas Raymond scored a hat trick.
Good for him.
Yeah, Fleury.
No way
818
Fleury's
save
in there.
percentage.
Oh no.
Muckey loves Marc-Andre
I love
Fleury.
Marc-Andre.
Marc-Andre, my man.
Dude, that's sick. Raymond scored a hat trick.
Yeah,
Lucas Raymond's cool.
but I think I don't want to cheer for the Astros,
Neither do I.
but
Well, I'm
like
not.
it's kind of a different situation because they're known cheaters. So like, I don't know if I want to cheer for the known cheater, but like, if it was Boston, I'd be like, yay, kill him. Just in this scenario, I'll take Atlanta.
Heck yeah.
I'll take Atlanta knowing they're gonna lose. Because the team I cheer for always loses.
Mm,
Start cheering for Tampa.
They're
Do
gonna
what
win.
Corey Perry did.
Can't beat him, join him.
I agree. Go Bruins. No, I'm just kidding. I would never cheer for the Boston Bruins. Ever.
I hate the Bruins.
Why do you hate the Bruins?
I just
You're
don't
a
like
Vegas
them.
fan.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't like them as a team.
Why?
I don't know. They just make me mad. And
Yeah,
Brad Marchand.
Craig
I
Smith.
don't like.
I
Brad
don't hate the
Marchand.
Bruins as much as I used to.
Cody just likes him because he has Brad on his fantasy team.
And McAvoy. And
Oh.
Olmark.
Yeah,
Go
Linus.
Bruins, go.
No, but
Is my fantasy team still in first?
Muckey, it doesn't change until the end of the day.
Then I'm still in first.
Yeah, Muckey's in first.
Yeah. Probably the only time I'll see first in our.
Yeah, I went from first
Man,
to last.
Do you have Marc Andre playing?
He's not on my team.
Oh, yeah. Who
Ryan
has
has
him?
him.
Oh,
I didn't want to take him because I was like, "Rrr."
No,
yeah,
but
because Hume's like, I got to get rid of him. Should I give him to Muckey?
I know he was like, "You want Mark?" I was like, "Not really. He's stinking it up. He's like a 5 goals against average."
you
I think
take
my
him. Take
goalies-
him.
Oh, Hume has him playing.
I think I have Robin. I have who's the goalie for the Islanders?
Sorokin.
Yeah, him.
Hume has Schmidt on the IR, but he didn't pick up another goalie.
Yeah, he picked up a roster forward or.
And I'm gonna get Nuge from him because he made a mistake, and I'm first on waiver.
Yeah, that was so funny. He accidentally dropped Nugent Hopkins.
Don't have Cam Talbot. Whoop-de-doo.
No, but I think it's fun to cheer for the overpowered team. Go Lakers.
I don't think the Lakers are winning the chip this year.
No, the Lakers have played really poor
Yeah,
with
the
Russell
Lakers are
Westbrook.
not playing good.
Mucky, you like the Raptors, right?
Yeah,
How big of a basketball fan would you say you are?
not massive, but meh.
Would you rank it your second favorite sport?
Yeah, probably, but it's not close.
What do you think of the Raptors?
I think they have potential to be good, but I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna win anytime soon.
I don't know. I think they'll make the playoffs because the East is so bad.
That's why I think they'll make the playoffs. I think
really-
they'll make it in maybe 6th or 7th. Is the play-in round happening this?
It should. I think that's just the thing they do now.
Okay, well I think they'll be in the play-in round.
The East is the parity in the NBA is so weird,
Yeah.
where the West is so overpowered, and then the East is where the shit teams make it.
Yeah.
I don't think the Raptors are good.
I think they have potential to be good if Pascal steps up and if OG has a good season.
And I think Fred VanVleet is overrated.
Freddie.
I think Fred is a good player. Well, we'll see what happens with Fred now because Kyle's out of the picture.
Well, how he's gonna get the chance? I think
Exactly.
Chris Boucher's really good.
Yeah, Boucher's good.
I think Raptor fans overrate the Raptors.
Oh, yeah. I can agree with that. Well, we won one championship and then we had a good year.
Remember when Gordon Dragic was like, "I don't want to play for this team," and now he's one of their point guards?
Yeah.
I think that's really funny that he went, trade me. I don't want to play here. And then they went, nope. They went, you're on the team, buddy.
I think the Raptors could be good. I think they're a piece away again, right? Like when they
I
had
think-
Kawhi.
I
They
think
were
the
a really
Raptors
good
are
team.
I think
Well,
the
they won the
Raptors are
championship, so obviously
I think
they're
they're
a
a
good team.
worse version of when they had the DeRozan era.
Yeah, probably because they don't have a DeRozan. DeRozan was really good. DeRozan and Kyle were really good, and then they just got stomped by LeBron.
I think Pascal Siakam is meh. I don't think he can shoot.
He's a good Robin. He's not a good Batman.
They don't have a Batman.
That's
and
the
that's the
problem.
problem is
They don't have a Batman.
if you look at the DeRozan Lowry era, is they won so many games in the regular season
Yeah.
because in the regular seasons where it's like a 10 to 12 man rotation, but in the
Yeah.
playoffs when rotations are shorter
yeah,
and the stars take
Yeah.
over, they don't have the star.
yeah, exactly,
And LeBron ate them.
exactly. But yeah, I think they just need someone who can be a Batman because when we saw Pascal as a Robin,
It was good.
he was incredible.
Was he even the third best player on that team? You could argue Lowry was better.
Yeah, but I'm like talking points wise.
Yeah.
Pascal was I think second after Kawhi. In the first game in the finals, I think Pascal put up 35 points.
I don't remember.
I think he put up 35.
He's no Kevin Durant and the Warriors.
No. And if KD was playing, I think it would have gone maybe 7 if Well, no, because then you don't really have anybody. Then you have Fred and Kyle on the Splash Brothers, and then you have Kawhi on KD.
I think they lose that series.
I think they lose it if
but
KD's healthy.
that's the fun part about sports is they were injured
yeah,
and they lost.
exactly. And no matter what, the Raptors have that championship, and it was awesome.
No, they'll always have that championship.
And like I think if the Raptors figured out someone that they could get to be their Batman, they'd be back up high in the East. I don't think they're beating the Nets. Well, maybe depending on who they
With
have.
no Kyrie Irving.
Oh
We
yeah, I
talked
forgot
about-
Kyrie's being a bum too, but whatever.
We talked about Kyrie last episode. Us talking about basketball is what it's like when me and Cody are talking baseball. It's just the third
yeah.
person's like, eh,
I
yeah.
don't know anything about basketball.
Cody, what do you think about the Raptors?
I don't know. I know they have Fred.
Yeah.
You got the Fred jersey.
Yeah.
I don't think they're very good.
They're not very good, but I think they're okay in the fact that they're in the East, they'll make the play in.
No, they're good enough to
If they were in the West,
Be the
I'd
best
think
of
they'd
the
be the
bad.
worst in the play. Yeah.
like. I feel like they can compete with the shitty teams on who wants to get bitch slapped by the good teams in the
Nets.
first round,
yeah.
by the Nets and the
I
Bucks.
think Chicago is going to be a good team this year.
They
Like, well,
better.
I think if they get lucky, I could see them in the finals. If they're lucky.
Can Chicago Blackhawks and Chicago Bulls both be disappointing after spending a lot of money?
Hope yeah.
Who owns the Chicago Bulls and Blackhawks? Who owns? Because I want to see if it's the same owner. Because they both spent a lot of money this year.
Yeah, because the Bulls brought in DeRozan. They brought in
Lonzo
Ball.
Ball.
Yeah. Alex Caruso, I think, too.
They spent a lot of money on Caruso for him to get 1 point in his first game.
Yeah. But I think that's definitely a team that I don't think they'll
Different
make
owners.
the final. Oh, man. I don't know if they'll make the finals. I think they'll need a bit of luck, but I could see them
They
in
can
the finals with
compete.
luck. Yeah, I think they'll compete. I don't think they're a front-running contender, but I think they're a dark horse.
I think
I mean-
they're gonna make the playoffs with. I really like Patrick Williams.
I really like DeMar DeRozan, but that's because I like the
I think
Raptors.
DeMar DeRozan is a good Robin. I don't know if they have that Batman though.
I don't know. I think they're all together making one Batman.
They kind of give me Raptors vibes with a few better players.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see.
I
I
guess.
I think the Bulls are gonna have a good. As soon as I saw DeRozan went to the Bulls, I was like, okay. And then I saw Lonzo went to the Bulls. I was like, okay.
I don't know if I like DeMar DeRozan.
I like DeMar DeRozan.
I think he's a good player, but I think at some point it's like, why you keep whining about being traded from Toronto?
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
that
to be
happened
fair,
like
they were kind
3
of
years
bums
ago.
about trading him. Like Masai was like, "Don't worry, we're not going to trade you." And then they're like, "Hey,
Yeah, and then they
See
won a
ya.
championship.
yeah." And that comes back to it's a business, right?
It's like, do you want to lose to LeBron again, or do you want to?
See your
win a
best friend Kyle
championship.
Lowry with a new ring, like
Yeah. Sorry, DeMar, you weren't good enough.
yeah. And if you have a chance to get someone like Kawhi, you have to do.
Here's the thing: if DeMar DeRozan and the Raptors were better, he wouldn't have been traded.
exactly.
Quit. It's like, he complains a lot. I don't know if he still does it now about being traded and
I
that
don't know
whole
if he still
situation.
does, but I know he was really mad about it.
But like, if you don't want to be traded, play better.
Yeah. And there are fans too who still like I'll be scrolling through Raptors comments and stuff, and they're like, "I wish we had DeMar instead of Kawhi." And I was like,
You
"Really?"
won a championship.
Yeah, I was like, Kawhi won us a championship. As much as you want to say the Raptors were a phenomenal team and so deep, Kawhi carried us to that championship.
If
Like,
Kawhi wasn't playing, they don't beat the Bucks.
no,
I don't even know if they make it to the third round.
that shot was a miracle, and the Bucks. The only reason they beat the Bucks was because they had Kawhi. Giannis was killing them until Kawhi was like, "I'm gonna step up because I am a very good defensive player." So watch this, guys. Let's go to the championship.
Do you remember his quote in that series? I don't remember it. I don't remember it, but I remember he had some badass quote where he's like, "What are you gonna be for game like 3 years ago, he's like back in Toronto.
Oh yeah, I remember
Or
that.
so-
That
I
was
don't
funny.
remember, but
Yeah, it was like he was like, so what do you think you're gonna do for Game 3? And like, well, we're going back to Toronto.
that,
That's it.
that was a cool quote.
Yeah, and then there's I love watching Kawhi interviews because he's just so weird. Like, there's one guy who was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Kawhi Leonard." Like, what do you mean? Who am I? Or like, he has in some commercials for the Spurs or something, and they had him saying like indubitably or something, but he's like, indubitably. But yeah.
Okay, we talked. We weren't planning on talking a lot of basketball, but I
sorry.
Cody doesn't know
that's
anything.
okay.
I think we should wrap baseball and basketball, and I think
It's time.
it's to bam 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 bam. Psh, bam. What should we call this segment? I want to play this segment with all our guests.
Pop quiz.
Well, that's kind of bland.
I know. Well, that's what it is.
Oh no!
But this is like a fun game. I want to play this with all our guests. Are you loyal or not?
oh
Sure.
jeez.
That's a joke name. Muckey,
Mm-hmm.
how long have you been a Vegas Golden Knights fan?
Well, since they were a team.
Well, then he
Day
should get
one.
all the questions right.
Okay, I know I'm not gonna get all the questions right for these ones,
Is
but
Muckey a bandwagon
oh my
quiz?
Yes.
Muckey commented on one of our early pods, and his comment was, "You chirping me for being a bandwagon?" Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Let's
okay, I
see.
know what it looks like, and you're gonna say I'm a bandwagon, but I like this team.
Me and Cody have some questions.
Oh boy, it's gonna be like, name this random ass player who did this in like 2012.
I don't. They weren't a
I
team in
know.
2012.
Not even close.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. I don't want to make it too hard. I don't want to be like, who scored the goal on November 7th?
Okay, obviously not.
What if Muckey got it right, though?
James Neal, real deal.
Realistically, yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
could be
why
a
I said
guess.
it.
Do you want to start, Kobe?
I'm so scared.
We are going to ask a few questions.
Okay.
Kobe, you start while I pull up my questions.
You guys
'Kay.
wrote these down?
No, but
Well, I didn't write a bunch down, but like,
Oh lord.
okay. First question: do you know who their first ever draft pick was?
Oh, I remember seeing it on my phone when we were hanging out, but I don't know his name.
You said his name
You gotta
earlier in the
get a-
podcast.
give us a
We
good
talked about him.
guess.
What?
Come on,
We
Mr.
talked
Vegas
about him.
fan.
I don't know. I know I saw it when we were hanging out one time, and that's when I told you, I know this team's gonna be bad, but I'm gonna cheer for them when we were sitting outside of your house in the summer.
Okay, but you can say that, but you haven't given us an answer on a name.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just
Okay.
throw a name out there.
I have no idea. We talked about it.
Do you know any Vegas draft picks?
Muckey.
Cody Glass was a draft pick?
Well, you just got it.
Yeah. That was it?
Yes.
Well, no, but they did draft someone before the actual season. It was like the first ever Vegas player.
That's
talking
not
draft
drafting.
picks.
That's
Okay, I
just
thought that's what you were
signing.
talking
oh
about.
my gosh.
Do you know that
Muckey.
player?
No, like I said,
don't.
I remember seeing it on my phone popping up, and I turned to Cody because we were playing outside. I remember this, and I said, Detroit is not good now. I'm going to cheer for Vegas because they're a brand new team.
Did we just uncover the bandwagon
I
question
told
before?
you.
Oh my
I told.
God.
I,
Hold on, no.
I told you
but
to
I
stop
still
cheering
like-
for Detroit
But
because
I
they were
still
bad.
like Detroit. But
Did
I
we-
still
no, hold
really
on,
like
hold on.
Detroit.
Okay,
Hold on. Did we just uncover the bandwagon question
Okay,
before
you know what?
even getting to question 2?
You know what? Okay, sure.
Muckey just
I'll say
quote
I'm
He
a
unquote,
literally
bandwagon.
just
quote unquote,
said.
Detroit's not good anymore. I'm cheering
And
for
my
Vegas.
favorite players were gone.
Jimmy Howard was there.
One player.
Your Instagram
Yeah.
name was Jimmy Howard Lover.
grade 5.
It was Jimmy Howard Lover.
If Vegas was a team when I was in grade 5, it would have been Marc-Andre Lover.
He probably wouldn't have played for them back then.
Dude,
But
I
you know
can't-
what I mean.
Muckey didn't even get that question. He didn't.
He's
know
always
Cody.
Cody Glass.
Well, I got it, didn't I?
I
guess.
I don't know if you got it on purpose.
But I got it.
He went.
I thought you were talking about the first ever Vegas player. I don't even know who that is.
I do.
I don't.
Who is it?
It's Calvin Pickard.
Oh boy.
No, it's not him.
Yes,
because
it
he was
is.
picked in the expansion.
Yeah, they're first. Oh, it was Reed Duke.
I don't know, but it wasn't
Duke.
him because he was picked in the expansion.
It was
He-
Reed
a
Duke
guy
was
who
their first
picked
one.
way before.
It was Reed Duke. I just kicked the chair.
Sure.
It was from the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Oh yeah.
We watched them play Muckey.
Oh Jesus.
Who was the Vegas Golden Knights' first game against? Which team?
Oh. Something in me wants to say the Stars, but I don't know.
You gotta give us an answer.
Star. I'll say the Stars.
Woo!
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yay! Muckey got one.
Oh, okay.
He actually got one with a guess this time. The Cody Glass one. He was Cody Glass was a pick.
Oh my lord.
Do you know who scored their first goal?
Real deal, wasn't it?
Muckey's getting
Holy
them.
crap.
Muckey's getting them, but he did go.
Cody Glass was lucky, but I thought you were talking about someone else. I thought you were talking about it like a different thing. I didn't know you meant draft picks.
Oh, I don't know. Muckey.
Oh my lord.
I think
So
you're-
far, that's 3 for Muckey. Just saying. How many questions are this? Am I at 50%? Am I gonna get a 50%?
we've asked 3 questions. How could you?
And
get
I've gotten all
50?
3.
Who is your favorite Vegas player, Muckey?
Currently,
All time.
Marc Andre.
Do you know what he was traded for?
What he was traded for?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who it was. A bag of chips. I don't know who the guy was traded
They
for. It's
didn't
just
get a bag
sad.
of chips.
I know, but he was
think-
not. He was
you
some.
think they got
not even
barbecue?
a prospect. Like he was just a bad guy. I don't know who he was traded for.
Oh my, your favorite player.
I
Is
know.
he still your favorite player? Do you like Marc Andre now that he's not a Vegas Golden Knight?
I still like Marc Andre, but I like him still. I would get a Chicago jersey with his name on it, but
Do it.
yeah, I said I would. If that website that I buy all my knockoffs from had one, I would.
Do you know who's played the most NHL games out of the 2017 draft class of Vegas picks?
Who's played for Vegas the most?
Just the most games.
No.
Oh my.
For Vegas or just
in general.
Marc Andre?
He wasn't
No,
picked in
I
the
don't know.
2017 NHL draft.
Oh, I thought you meant. Okay, you know what?
Muckey doesn't.
I don't know.
Muckey's
Wait, like-
almost as bad as Humpet listening.
I don't know. I seriously don't know.
He was traded for the guy in your jersey.
Oh boy,
Nick Suzuki, baby.
Oh. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You should be sorry.
All I know is I've gotten one wrong.
I have a question. I have one. Well, this one's kind of easy.
What's their team name?
No. Do you
Silver
know what
Knights.
their AHL team is?
Anderson Silver.
Okay,
Knights.
he knows.
What's
But
your
it was
opinion?
the Chicago team before the Wolves, before they had an actual.
Chicago Wolves, baby.
I won a bonus point for that, by the way, so I'm at 100%.
Can you name the first team they beat in the playoffs?
The LA Kings,
What about the second team?
San Jose Sharks.
Third team?
Ooh, third team, I'm not sure. Winnipeg Jets.
Was there
Fourth
a
team?
fourth team that year?
Oh, shut up.
Fourth team they beat?
They didn't.
Damn right.
It was Ovi. It was Ovi's time, baby.
I think you already answered this question about who took the penalty.
Cody Eakin.
Muckey kind of actually pretty good.
Like you.
Still a band, you know. Well, just because of that one thing that he said.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like Detroit's
okay,
bad
sure.
now,
Okay,
so
Detroit is bad, but I still like Detroit.
I don't.
I
think
just
that,
missed
though.
Pat.
yeah. I was just gonna say I don't think you like Detroit still.
I do. I would have. I wanted to buy
Should
a
we
reverse.
quiz you on Detroit?
I'm not gonna get anything right because I was like big into Detroit when
Ethan
I was
almost just
little.
fell.
I was big into Detroit when I was little, and then I stopped being big into Detroit.
Why did you start cheering for Detroit?
My favorite color was red,
Oh my!
and because I loved Pavel Datsyuk, I thought he was amazing.
He is amazing.
Yeah, I was like, this dude is magical. Like I remember in grade 3, maybe grade 3, I made like a slideshow about hockey, and every single picture I used was the like Pavel Datsyuk, like the Datsyuk deke.
It's a great deke.
Yeah.
Have
never
you seen
pull it off in Chell, though.
My favorite video is when he's playing the Sharks.
Logan,
And he
when
just
he like
makes Logan
embarrasses
Couture.
Logan Couture, yeah.
Just eat it.
Yeah.
Like that might be my favorite one.
Yeah, I like that. And I had a friend in high school who cheered for the Sharks, so I'd always make fun of him. Well, then he started making fun of me because the Sharks shit on Vegas. But I'd always send him that video, and he'd be like, "Fuck you, man."
Oh, Muckey's actually kind of knocking it out of the park here. Trick question.
It was the Dallas Stars. They
Yeah,
won
just-
that game.
Trick question.
Who's their first home win against?
Same game.
They didn't play at home.
Oh, I don't
Wasn't
know.
against
Fake
Dallas.
I don't
fan
know. Oh
doesn't
my
even
God, I
know
don't
that they
know.
played
But
in Dallas.
I don't.
Doesn't even know that they played in the American Airlines Center.
I
Wow.
don't. I don't know who their first win was against.
It's against Dallas. In Dallas.
No, or sorry, their first home win against.
He literally just.
Shut up.
I
literally just
remember
answered the question
because
that you got.
I was watching and I was pissed off by the end of the first period
Just
Why?
by that, maybe the Yotes.
because the Coyotes were down 3-0.
Yeah, not sure.
Wait, it
I
might
know
have
they-
been.
I
It
know
might
they
have
did
been
a big
3-1
thing.
because I think Toby
They did a
Reeder
big
might have
thing before the
snished.
game because the Vegas shooting.
I
They did a
remember
big
that.
thing where they brought out like first responders and stuff, and they were like, that was the like we are Vegas strong thing.
Are you gonna go to Vegas for a game?
I would love to go to Vegas for a game. We were talking about it, me and my family, that we could go to Vegas, like kind of for when playoffs would have been, but then COVID stuff happened, and we were like, maybe that's not a good idea to do that.
Muckey's like, let's go to Vegas.
I would love to go to Vegas. I think that would be, even for someone who isn't a Vegas fan, I think that would be an awesome hockey game.
I really don't like the Knights, so
Okay, but
I'd
you
enjoy.
can't tell me that
I'd
the
enjoy going
atmosphere
to
there-
Vegas. Like,
You can't tell me the atmosphere of T-Mobile wouldn't be amazing.
yes, but I don't like the Golden Knights, so
I'd love to see a game there.
It would be, and not even just for the hockey experience, but the fact that it's a Vegas.
Vegas is fun.
experience.
I've been to Vegas once.
I've never been to Vegas.
I've been to Vegas once, and it was, I think it was the year before that they, like, came in.
Yeah.
Because I remember I saw T-Mobile.
Like, I've said this before, but me and Lauren were supposed to go to the Vegas Oilers game. She got, for Valentine's Day, she got me tickets. It was funny. She put, like, a little note
They
on a
got
box
and
of
then it got
chocolates.
canceled.
Yeah, she was like, no, her mom or something bought me a box of chocolates or something, and then she wrote a little note underneath it. No, just wait. She wrote a little note underneath it, and it was like, "I know you think I just got you a box of chocolates,
She's like,
for-
I did.
but guess what?
She's like,
we're
I
going
actually-
to the Vegas
she's
game."
like,
She's
I-
like, by the way, we're British.
and I
She's
was
like,
like,
by the way,
I was
I
like,
actually didn't
and I
even
was
pay for
wearing.
the
She was like,
chocolates.
she told me, she was like, "Oh, wear your Vegas like hoodie or whatever to the, like wherever we go out." And I was like, "Okay." It's like it's kind of weird to wear a hoodie on a date or something. But I was like, "Okay."
Muckey's like, you're so weird.
Yeah, and then on that note, she recorded me, and I was so hyped, and we would have. She said, "Oh, we could have gone because there was one on I think the 13th or something, and then the one we're supposed to go to was like on the 20 something." I'm just kind of rambling, but she was like, "Oh, we could have gone to this one, but we had school stuff to do, so we couldn't." And then the one we were gonna go to got canceled, and I was so sad.
I'd go to Vegas and see a game, and I'd cheer for Vegas unless Toronto was playing.
You can wear one of my jerseys.
Because I'll cheer for the home team at every sporting event unless the Leafs are playing.
It depends for me.
I don't really want to cheer for the Oilers.
I'll cheer for the I'll cheer
Depends
for
who
the
they're
home
playing.
team just
If they're
because.
playing the Sharks, I will.
Yeah, because you hate the Sharks. Muckey's like, I'm just a Red Wings fan. He's like, I don't want to cheer for him anymore, Cody.
No, God.
You did the Ryan, but you actually went through with it.
Literally.
Oh no, I don't want to cheer for the Oilers anymore, Cody. And then they were 5-0. He's like, I love the Oilers. I love Gesha.
Yeah. Too bad. Whom could have joined us? I made that awesome edit. It's like the actual picture is like he looks like Hulk Hogan. The guy looks like Hulk Hogan. I put Whom's face on top of him.
Muckey kind of knocked it out of the park with these questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna expect me to be like,
No, I could-
Pacioretty.
No, kinda.
It's like, who was their first game against? I'd be like, the Oilers.
Like, I don't know.
You're like,
I
first
mean-
playoff series. I was like, Washington.
Well, I wanted to see if you forgot.
No, because they swept them, didn't they? Yeah, first round
They
it was
did.
sweep, and then I think
My
against
boy,
San Jose it was
Jonathan Quick.
4-2, I think. And then I think same with Winnipeg, it was a 4-2, and then they lost.
You could just be making shit up. And
No, I
believe it.
think Winnipeg might have gone. I don't know. But I remember I was watching.
It's
with
really
my
easy
friend
to
Evan
keep track of the
McClair.
Leafs series because they lose in 7 every series. So I don't have to think about it.
Damn.
It's all the same.
Pain. You gonna do your Leafs rant?
I've already talked about them.
We don't need to get into that anymore.
You're
I
driving home upset.
I drive upset every day. I wake up upset.
And your Leafs jammies.
I wish I had Leafs jammies.
That'd be kind of awesome.
I have
For your
Coyotes
birthday, I'll buy you
jammies.
Leafs jammies.
Do it.
That'd be sick.
It's like 3 weeks till my birthday.
I already got Ethan's gift.
I'm
Boom's like,
going-
nah.
Yeah, me and Cody get Ryan Thompson a gift, and then Cody's like, "You want to split this with Ethan?" He's like, "Nope."
And like, it was expensive, but between two people, it's obviously cheaper. And I'm like, do you want to get him? And she's like, nope.
He's like, "Who?"
I'll get you Leafs jammies.
I'd wear them.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
We're at our longest episode yet.
Oops.
I don't got
Kind of
much
because I
else
was
to say.
rambling.
We're at an hour 45.
That is a long episode.
Nice.
It's our longest one yet in Muckshire.
Happy to make history with you guys.
We've peaked the mics a lot.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say that was when you were yelling about Detroit.
I was standing purposely far back from my mic, and there was also there was also a few times where Muckey was giggling into his mic, and I just saw it hit the red bar, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I giggle a lot though.
That one time we were playing NHL, and Muckey brought his controller to the bathroom and started peeing, and Cody's like, "Who's peeing?" And then you hear Muckey in the corner, and it's like, he's like, he's like, "Who's peeing?" He's like,
I'm a laughy guy.
He's just laughy.
Muckey's always giggling.
Yeah.
No, but that was a good episode. Is there anything else we want to cover?
No. Thank you, Mucky.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on, Muck.
Sweet, it's fun.
Doing a little NHL
Yeah, we talked a lot about
update.
Marc-Andre Bonds.
Yeah, one of our most disappointing teams in the Blackhawks are losing again.
I need Vegas to win tonight, man. They start in 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, against the New York Islanders.
Islanders.
Finally, the Vegas game is on TV, and Mucky can't watch it because he's recording a podcast.
Well, he'll be able to watch like the
And I
second
have
and
to do
third.
homework and shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Homework is a bitch.
Homework is a bitch.
Our music student, Mucky.
Hey. Music
Hey.
and ed.
Huh?
And education.
Oh.
I know. I'm getting places in life.
No, but that was a good episode. Thank you for being on, Mucky.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for having
thank you.
me.
I forgot to mention this at the start of the episode, but I'm starting a new job this weekend.
oh yeah.
So our recording schedule is going to be a lot different.
Oh yeah.
But we're going to try week to week, just try and get you guys a episode when we can. So we're going to get you one each and every week as promised. It's just the Sunday recording isn't going to work anymore.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do one later this week on Thursday, I believe. We're going to book the studio right when we finish. But look out for that. We're going to be coming out with you guys will get an episode. It's just who knows when.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening. Go check out Mucky. You plug your stuff first. Where can these followers check you out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram, I guess. Mikhail_Abdullah. And then if you like cars, you should follow my car account too, because that's awesome and always broken.
What's the @ Mucky?
Oh, Abdullah.mark6.
He's like following. I'm like, they're like, where? And he's like, I don't know. Yeah, go follow me on Instagram too, Ethan Maat, ETHANMAAT. Check out mine and Cody's website, the Misyk And Maat Sports website. It's in my Instagram bio and my Twitter bio and Cody's Instagram bio. Also, we made a Misyk And Maat Sports Talk Instagram. Go follow it.
Yeah.
Same name as our YouTube channel, Misyk And Maat Sports Talk. Go check it out. We post clips from our episodes on there. We update everything. If you want updates and shit, it's all going to be on there. Yeah.
Your SoundCloud too.
So yeah, we're on SoundCloud as well. YouTube SoundCloud.
We are expanding.
We are expanding, and we're gonna try and get it on as many platforms as we can. So stay tuned. Cody, any final words? Anything you want to plug?
Thank you. Thank you, viewers.
Yeah, thank you. Having a lot of fun. We'll see you for episode 7. Is this episode 6 or 7?
I think it's 6.
One of the two. You guys will get
Yeah.
episode 7 or 8 or maybe 6.
I don't know.
You guys are just get an episode. We said welcome to episode 6 at the start of this app.
Yeah.
You may perfectly have already watched episode 6. I think it's going to be really funny if this is epi 7.
I got a feeling it is.
It's not. This is episode 6.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank
If you stayed through the whole almost hour 50. Thank you. We're going to be back sometime later this week. Okay, bye.